What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back for another What It Is video. Let me not put my nose up because damn, we see all up in your nose. Girl, shut the fuck up, okay? How am I supposed to sit here and do it so that you can see my whole face or whatever? Am I supposed to be down like this all the damn time? Y'all find the stupidest shit to goddamn complain about. But anyway, I'm sorry. I just had to say I just had to say that because I seen the comment like that and it's the same person that's doing it. And I'm like, girl, can you hear? Can you see? It's good, right? Okay. You know, I got a big fucking nose. I can't help it. Even if I look down, bitch, you gonna still see the inside of my goddamn nostrils. My head is down right now. It's up right now. It's down right now. You still gonna see the inside of my nostrils. So deal with it. Girl, damn. Anyway, moving on. Before we get started, like I said, I hope everybody has had a blessed day, has had a good week so far. Um we want to I want to shout out somebody that has been a follower of mine for a long time. Hell, she said she's been a follower since back in the Braxton Family Values days, and y'all know that's years ago. Okay, so you know her name. Well, she didn't give me her name, but she do go by Phenomenally Autistic on Twitter, and she just developed made her a YouTube channel that is by the same name, Phenomenally Autistic, and she is an adult that is living with autism, and she's out here thriving, and she's an advocate for autism to show how autism can show up and form and look and things like that because, it appears in different ways. Some people you can see them and you can tell that something is not right, and then sometimes you can't, okay? And she's out here living with this disorder, and she's thriving. She's a model, she's an actress, she's doing her thing, and I'm glad that she's documenting her journey living with autism. So that's something different that you guys can look into if you want, but I just give her a little bit of support. Like I said, it's a new channel, and I love the fact that a lot of you guys are giving me, when I shout you guys out, y'all giving me different varieties of, what y'all doing on y'all YouTube channels and stuff. It's not just what everybody else is doing with the reviews and stuff like that. Y'all actually out here blogging and using it for your businesses and doing it for awareness. I love that. Okay, so if you have something that you want me to shout out, go ahead and just send it to my inbox, and I'll shout you out, no problem. But let's just get into the video, okay? First off, Mariah Carey. She settled a lawsuit that was against her former assistant who tried to accuse her of blackmailing her by, recording some secret videos, okay? She claimed that this assistant, who she fired in 2017, secretly recorded embarrassing personal moments and activities and some intimate videos, okay? Basically threatening to release these private stuff for $8 million. Okay, so you're blackmailing your person that you used to work with or whatever for whatever reason, because you upset because she fired you because whatever you did warrant you to get fired. Trust and believe. I don't think people be petty as hell, but sometimes, most of the times, when you get fired from these entertainers or anybody, 9 out of 10 you deserved it, and you out here trying to blackmail somebody. See, and you going to show the reason why you deserve to be fired. You out here recording people and shit like that. Like, no, you don't do nothing like that, and then you gonna try to blackmail her for some fucking money and think that you was gonna win with it. Okay, it didn't happen. You basically, the ex-employee actually violated. This is what worked against them too, because you violated an NDA. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, it is what it is. You don't get it, and it's been settled, and I'm pretty sure you didn't get no $8 million. Okay, I don't like people that do sneaky shit like that. That's just like, how do y'all feel? Pause on that. We done with that. Cause this just recently came out. You remember the little rapper girl Lele, okay? And I just seen this in the blogs. She was over there at Kim Kardashian house, and I remember when all that happened or whatever, because everybody was just on her team or whatever, because she came out, this little girl that could freestyle. She can, do some really good raps or whatever. She was sounding better than a lot of the mainstream rappers that are out now. And you know, people like to ride the coattail of people that are on the come up. And so I'm not saying that that's what the Kardashian was doing, but that afforded her to meet them, you know, her little come up. And because I guess North was a fan of the little girl, and so she at one point went over there to the house and filmed some videos or whatever. And then today, well, I should say yesterday, it was a post that was put up, I guess, on her account that was basically saying how, you know, Kim Kardashian made her take a video down that had North and her dancing to a song or something like that, and how, you know, she don't understand these industry people and stuff like that. And then in the comments, I forget which account it was, one of these blogs account, one of the people that works with, I guess, Kim Kardashian or whatever, said, I'm the one that reached out and told them to take it down or whatever because they didn't have permission to put it up. Yes, you came over to the house and you were allowed to record a video, but then we didn't know that you were secretly recording some other videos and you want to put it up or whatever. And it was a privacy issue. And when it comes to that, I understand it. But, you know, I was just really confused by who letting this little girl put this stuff up here. And, you know, because she's young and, of course, she's in her feelings. And then it comes out that says, you know, she wasn't the one that put it up there. Her father is the one that did it. And it do seem like if I told you you could do one video, that's fine. But I didn't know that you was going to record all these other videos and stuff like that. It seemed like a misunderstanding, you know, and people feelings got hurt. She's a child or whatever, but Kim has every right to say, don't put my child up on the internet, or, you know, don't put this video up without my approval. So, you know, this is a lesson learned from the little girl, you know, and it is what it is. Do y'all remember that little girl that said, what I do? She finally in the little Arby's commercial. I seen her. I was like, oh my God, I remember her. Because I was sitting here like, what happened to her? And she got her little national commercial spot with her little son eating a little nugget or whatever it was. I said, that is really cute. I love seeing people on their glow up. Speaking of glow ups, Amorphous, I'm going to keep on talking about him, okay? Because that boy, when I say a glow up out of this world, a glow up, I remember following me because he knew that I was an Aaliyah fan, and he was a big Aaliyah fan, you know what I'm saying? And he was working on this documentary about Aaliyah, and he got it out. He gave it to me to actually look at first or whatever, and I was so impressed. And I knew that he was trying to get into film school, and then he did get into film school. Like, when I tell you that the boy is multi-talented, you know, not just with music, but with film and everything, and he's so young, you know. He did a Rihanna documentary. He was doing putting out his own music or whatever on SoundCloud and stuff like that. I remember when he first decided to go to LA and that didn't work out, and he had to go back home, and, you know, he started putting his mashups on Twitter and the internet, and then that just set the world on fire, and he started getting all these opportunities coming in. And now his first EP has come out, you know, and it is really cute. I really do like it. You know, one of his lead singles is finally, you know, Up to Date remix with Kelly Rowland, CC Peniston's Finally It Has Happened to Me. You know, that song. And they just performed it on Jimmy Kimmel on Monday night. You know, so he is getting his shine. And it is, when I tell you, that's something that's much deserved. And, you know, that's how you put in the hard work and you see your work being done. You know what I'm saying? Not stuff just being handed to you or whatever. Like, he literally put in the work. And that shit makes me so happy when I see people that I support just get their shine and get their opportunities finally. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Amorphous, and make sure y'all check his EP out. You know, he got a song with Brandy for you Brandy stands and shit like that. You know, he got a song with her on the EP. I think it's called Wave. It's really cute. I really do like it. A vibe. But moving on from that, we gonna go into some more messed up news. Listen, I don't know if y'all been keeping up or even care about the Erica Girardi Erica Jane from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Baby, if you have not been watching that, when Crystal said to Sutton, I am not going to change the word that I used as to how I felt because I used the word violated correctly. Now, I know some people probably think she doing a little bit much, but she technically did use the word violated. And if she felt like she was violated, she felt like she was violated. Bitch, I don't know you like that to just be walking up into my room and I'm bucket naked. Bitch, turn your ass around. Knock, knock. And when I say come in, come in. Technically, what she did was a violation of privacy, but you know, it wasn't meant as harm, but she did use the word correctly. Crystal is giving that girl hell and they can't take, okay? And I love it. I love it. I love seeing white people uncomfortable for some reason because y'all be doing a lot sometimes, okay? Some of y'all just be doing a lot sometimes. And, you know, Ebony got the girls uncomfortable on Real Housewives of New York. And I'm going to say this, Ebony, though. You kind of getting on my nerves a little bit, you know, trying to teach the girls about black history, okay? Fuck that. All right? Call them out on their shit, but quit making it a goddamn history lesson because that ain't what I'm here for. I'm here for you to make them uncomfortable, and you doing a good job at that, okay? That's the reason why I tuned the fuck back in. But with this Erica Jane situation, her and her husband, they're getting a divorce, okay? And it's like ever since they got, you know, put out to the public they getting this divorce or whatever, all of a sudden Tom has got dementia. You know, he's going bankrupt and he ain't got no money for this. Cause baby, they did a whole documentary about her and the husband on Hulu, and basically was showing how, cause he was the lawyer on the Aaron Brockovich cases and stuff back in the day. And they was just basically saying how, you know, he was not giving the people their money. He win them cases for these people and he was not giving them people their money. They still waiting on their money. He pocketing the shit. And that is so fucked up that, you know, you gotta, I called you in your law firm in to help me win money for stuff that was done wrong for me, wrong to me or whatever, and it's rightfully my money, and I'm waiting for it to come into my account and then let me know what's going on. And bitch, your wife on the goddamn TV screen, just partying it up and being so expensive and, flaunting this money and flaunting everything that she got or whatever, and that was their money. Okay, so basically now they saying that they about to make it so that they can go after Erica Jane money. I said, shit, see, this what happens. This what happens. I just don't understand with these housewives and these reality people. If you know that you got some funny business going on behind the scenes in your life, why do you broadcast it and be bold enough to get on a fucking TV show? You know how crazy the internet is. They are going to dig into your shit. Okay, so I do not feel sorry. And I feel like this is what needs to be done. Okay, get them people back their money. All right, that's what it is. Girl, it is a mess. I'm gonna continue watching that case. That's just like Jen Shaw. Girl, any updates with her? Tell me if you know. Jada Pinkett Smith. Girl, Jada Pinkett and them, like, they so free with it, okay? And they gonna wind up telling us every damn thing about them, all right? And shit that we didn't ask. But on one of the recent Red Table Talks, they was talking about, I guess, drugs and stuff or addictions and shit like that. And Jada, she had, told us about her substance abuse that she had. She used to drink a lot, do ecstasy and weed at the same time. Like, it was her little cocktail, and she didn't realize how bad it was getting up until she got onto the set of, she was in her trailer for Nutty Professor, and I guess she drank some alcohol and she had an ecstasy pill and she passed the fuck out. And she said that she blamed it on some bad Tylenol or something like that, and that was like a wake-up call for her. Sometimes it just take one little incident for people to get their life together or whatever. And I understand in most cases why people start to do drugs or whatever. It's a coping mechanism for some, but it's not and some of it is just people peer pressure or whatever, or they just want to try something new and not thinking that they can get hooked or whatever. But you have to be careful. And know that medicating is really not the way to go. It's really not the way to go. And I understand that everybody can afford, therapy and stuff like that to talk out their issues, but I listen. I don't see nothing wrong with weed, and even and let me just tell you this: you can get addicted to weed too. Okay, contrary to popular belief, you can get addicted to weed. If you gotta wake up just to smoke, and then you can't function without it, you're addicted. Okay, but hey, shit be happening. What next Jada gonna tell us? I know she shaves her head. It's something about women that shave their hairs, and of course, it's always that negative connotation, like, oh, she got to be going through something if she shave her hair off. No, some people just want to shave their hairs just to shave their head, okay? And she looks good with a baldy, all right? It was giving me Tiffany Haddish, okay? Because I didn't know what Tiffany Haddish was going with it, but then when she cleaned that shit up, I said, all right, it fits her. The little short dude, it really do fits her. Anyway, moving on from that, the Olympics. Okay, first of all, Sha'Carri, she out here getting endorsement deals or whatever. A company wanna give her $250,000 to sponsor some weed company or whatever. You know, at one point I was thinking, because this shit got so heightened or whatever, maybe like, yeah, make her the face of this and make her the face of that. But at the same time, we don't know how that's going to really affect her career. um I don't know if she should be with this company or whatever. Uh, don't just jump at the first offer that comes to you or whatever. Don't do that. I don't feel like she should do that. Weigh her options and just sit in what everything is going on, and take it in and learn from it. That's what she needs to do, okay? Because yes, a lot of people was on her side, saying that it was wrong about the fact that she can't get into the Olympics, but the actual truth of the matter is, whether we want to believe it or not and come to terms with it, she did broke a rule. She broke a rule, and it's not about color in this instance. I truly don't feel like it, because other athletes have been punished for drug usage and everything, and she is no different, and she knew what she was doing, and she had to take accountability, and she did. It is what it is at this point. Shout out to Allison Felix for you know, the mother athletes out there, I think on the track teams or whatever, she's giving them $10,000, to help do daycare, babysitting and all that stuff while they out there in Tokyo. And speaking of Tokyo, baby, they done put it into a state of emergency because Corona said, peekaboo, bitch, we ain't going nowhere. We coming back with a vengeance, okay? So, they trying to limit the people that's going to be there. They said fans will be banned from the venues at the Olympics, and I don't know. I honestly feel like they should just go ahead and cancel it, because you're literally putting these people's lives at risk, because we don't know if they are vaccinated, and trust and believe, you can still get the virus when you are vaccinated. It's just preventing you. And that is what it is, okay? People don't understand with vaccinations and how that works. With vaccinations, that does not mean that you cannot get something, okay? It makes it harder to get it, or it makes it, if you do get it, it's not gonna, put you in a hospital, got you on a goddamn breathing machine and fighting for your life, okay? That's what it is. It lessens the effects on you, okay? Give you a better chance. So I wouldn't want to put them athletes at risk, but hey, I guess they like, we put it out for a year already. Let's get back in here. Money and sponsorships has been put out there. So, hey, we got to go ahead and do what we got to do. So Candy Burruss. Now, let me tell you something. I gotta go look at her interview with Nivea. I really have to look at her interview with Nivea, because everybody has been saying it's such a good interview, and I've seen clips and stuff like that. And like I said, if you watch the encore on BT, which I will be reviewing again tonight, it comes on later on tonight. Nivea is like the best person. She is like the most chill person. Like, you can't really say anything bad about her on the show. And from what I'm hearing about the interview, like, she really put that out there. Like, you just grow to love her. You know what I'm saying? Her stories, her struggles, she's very candid, and I love that about Nivea. So I will be checking that out. If you saw the interview, tell me what you thought about it. But Candy said, it came out or whatever, Candy is a songwriter. And she did Bills, Bills, Bills by Destiny Childs, okay? And so, or I should say, for Destiny Childs. And she basically said she wrote that song because it was her situation that she was going through with an ex of hers, okay? One of the exes that she went with in another group, was actually dating one of the members of Destiny Child. So I do the fucking math, and I was like, Latavia and Latoya was dating the twins from goddamn Jagged Edge, and I believe Candy had a relationship with one of those goddamn twins from Jagged Edge, and so 2 and 2 equals 4. And I was like, damn, so you really put your shit out there like you was calling a bitch out and then gave them the songs to sing about it. That is some boss shit to me. I said, you know what? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna call your ass out and I'm gonna get paid for it. Hey, I ain't even mad at it. I ain't even mad at it because that's part of the reason why they fucking broke up, bitch. And I'm talking about Destiny Childs. But hey, it is what it is. Moving on from that. And speaking of goddamn the encore, what is this stuff about? How do y'all feel about Aubrey saying that, she picking up and she going overseas? I feel like and Carlos Kings had he tweeted out a picture of the whole cast together, and I had retweeted it or whatever because I was being shady because Pam was giving big stem stud energy, you know what I'm saying, all up in the video, all up in the picture or whatever, and I was just like, girl, you don't want nobody to think this, but you giving it, you know what I'm saying, it's like radiating off of you, you know what I'm saying, radiating off of you, girl, I can't talk. Anyway, somebody tweeted me and was like, you noticed that Aubrey ain't in the picture, and I had to look and I said, damn, you correct. And so I think on this episode of the encore that comes on tonight, I think that Aubrey leaves. I'm not surprised though. She didn't fit. She a pop girl with these R&B girls or whatever. It just didn't mesh well. I didn't understand why she was there vocally or anything. But Mom said she leaving the country. She's going. She'd already sold her house and stuff like that, and she's going overseas. She used to do the what is it? Classes abroad when she was in school and stuff like that. So hey, if you feel like you have to do something to get away for your own mental stability and just for a fresh start or whatever, do what you do. I'm not even mad at her because at this point America is ghetto and we seen it, okay? So I'm not even mad. But how do y'all feel about that? So we have a big congratulations to, I hope I am saying her name right, Zelia Avant-Garde, 14-year-old 8th grader who won the Scripps Spellings Bee. She is the first African-American girl to win. I was like, oh my God. She's from Harvey, Louisiana. She spelled the word Mariah, I hope that's how you say it, but it's spelled Murraya. Bitch, the way I spelled it, it was like, girl, I can spell that shit too. I feel smart. Let me take you something. I won a spelling bee before, you know what I'm saying, when I was in school, when I was in like 6th grade or whatever. I was the school spelling bee champ and all that stuff, made it to the regionals and stuff like that. I was a little smart back in the day, so this warms my heart to see a little black girl out here. And baby, when I tell you, Mama's gonna be a force when she get older, okay? She already got a scholarship offer from, I think it was LSU, or one of these HBCUs out here. Mama's gonna be a threat. Mama's gonna be a threat in a good way, okay? Mama, she's very talented. She's very athletic. She's a basketball prodigy, phenom, and all that stuff. Girl, I'm so happy for her. To see her smile, the way that she rejoiced when she won the spelling bee, that was really, really nice. And we need more positive things like that out here in the world. I'm so happy for her. She was able to go to the ESPY Awards and things like that. And I just see her future being bright, okay? So congratulations to you, boo. Tristan Thompson and goddamn Lamar Odom. Get away from me with this shit, okay? First of all, Lamar, I'm over you at this point because you stooped so low to go with Carly Red. And I don't even care if y'all was in a real relationship or not. You allowed that girl to use you for a goddamn storyline on goddamn Love and Hip Hop. So I'm like, what is it? Are you back on that stuff? And I don't want to say that you are because she kind of tried to imply that you are. And I don't like when people do that. But what was the reason? You need money. I know you going through that court battle or whatever with the child support with your your baby mama, which they basically favored in her side, I think, because it was like, if you can get your ass up and, go do this little so-called celebrity boxing match or whatever. Baby, did y'all see that shit between him and Aaron Carter? I said, why would y'all do this? Why would y'all do that, okay? Aaron Carter is just so... I don't know if it's drugs or if it's just mental illness or something, but something ain't right with Aaron Carter, and we all know that. And then you put him in a ring with goddamn Lamar Odom and think that he was gonna come out clean. Girl, all Lamar had to do was just go like that, and that motherfucker was down. It was crazy. But yeah, the judge was like, if you can do that, you can get your ass out here and get some child support, you know? But anyway, and see your kids. So you allow yourself to be used as a storyline, plot line for Cardi Red, and then y'all going back and forth on social media about whether or not y'all really in a relationship, if this person is crazy and stable, and I would never do this and never do that, and you need rehab and you need this, and it was just ridiculous. And see, at this point, this is what is going to, social media is really going to be the downfall, and has been somewhat the downfall of reality TV, because everything keeps coming out on social media before it can be displayed on the goddamn show. So when we watching the show, even though, you know, Love and Hip Hop in a sense, it kind of has run its course, but I'm still watch the shit. We done already seen what happened. By the time we look at the show, we like, oh, okay, we over it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all didn't put it out on social media. We already got the rawness of it or whatever. So that's that. And then y'all still finding over goddamn Khloe Kardashian. Now I understand you can't help who you love, okay? And I'm all here for it. If you love, okay? As long as it's real, it's genuine, and it ain't no fuck shit, funny shit behind it, okay? You got Tristan goddamn Thompson, who cheated on this girl multiple times, and I'm pretty sure Lamar has done the same thing. But see, the difference between Tristan and Lamar, Lamar was able to marry the girl, get the girl to marry him, okay? And you still couldn't do that, Tristan. You kept on messing up before you can even get a ring out there, you know? And even if you probably did have a ring out there, you kept messing up before you can even get to an altar. I don't know the situation, but I just know you a cheater. Lamar was a cheater. Lamar was going through his stuff or whatever. You know, he had his drug uses and shit like that. So, hey, everybody got issues. What y'all need to be doing is focusing on yourselves and getting yourselves together, okay? I mean, it's understandable. Tristan got a kid with her, whatever. You still trying to get her back, you know, commenting underneath her pictures. And then here comes Lamar commenting underneath her pictures. And I'm like, it's giving real thirst a little bit. Like, let me try to win her back. Let me warm her up or whatever. Show her that I still care about her and still love her. I still want this. And then Tristan comments, and then Lamar comments, and then Tristan tries to comment back, you know, saying something implying that, you know, God made you come back or whatever. Keep this up or some shit. It ain't gonna be lucky. You might not be that lucky next time. And I'm sitting here like, now Tristan, you of all people, we seen your ass on the goddamn show. I will tell you this, bitch. I ain't never heard his ass speak up until I seen the real Keeping Up with the Kardashians, okay? And I was only looking at it because I'm telling you, I used to watch the Kardashians from the beginning to damn near probably up until the last few seasons, okay? I had stopped. I couldn't do it no more, you know what I'm saying? Because it was good in the beginning. And by the time I got through with it, it was just getting tiring, okay? So I started looking at it again, you know, when they was doing the marathon, when the last season was about to come on. I started at the episode when Courtney and Kim got into that fight, okay? And Courtney knocked her ass out and put the makeup on the wall. And then Kylie and Kendall got into the fight. So I was looking at it then, and that's where I first heard Tristan fucking talk, okay? And I said, is this really how you speak, or are you putting on? He sounds so poindexter. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, but he sounds so clean cut. And it do sound like he was putting on just to fit in with them. That's what it sound like, no lie, okay? And so I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking the way that you act on the show, and then you trying to get all big and tough with Lamar, like you gonna be, girl, Tristan, if you don't sit your ass down, Lamar, don't respond to that shit, okay? He just want a little attention. Y'all both want a little attention. Let that shit go and move the fuck on, okay? You tried to make it work. You can't, and it's not even her at this point. It's you. You keep on cheating. You keep on fucking up. Let it go. You can't be a monogamous person. And it's okay. It's okay. Everybody's not meant to be in a relationship. Let it go. Quit stringing that girl along and playing games with her fucking mind. Let it go. Moving on from that, some good news out here in Chicago. Girl, we got Carl Thomas, Dave Hollister, and Darnell Jones. Darnell Jones, they hooking up, forming a trio, and they're coming together to form the group The Shy. I am all the way here for it. I haven't really heard any Dave Hollister songs, like, and when I say heard, I mean like listen to a full body of work, but I know the brother can sing, okay? I know Carl Thomas can sing. So Emotional, that was my song, baby. 8th grade, girl, me and my nigga. Yes, I had some niggas back in the day, okay? But yeah. It brings back memories, baby. It brings back memories, okay? Carl Thomas will always do that to me. And then Donnell Jones, listen, where you want to be? Where I want to be. Come on. Listen. And you put all three of them bitches together. I said, come through. We about to get some pure R&B. And I am so here for it, okay? Here, I'm excited for it. And it's Chi-Town. Chi-Town, stand up, represent. Bitch, speaking of Chi-Town, did y'all hear about the fucking rapper that what is his name? I gotta go there. Just because we talking about Chi-Town stuff, I gotta go there. Let me see, did I write it down? That's the baby. That's that. Is it on here? Cause I ain't really got that much to talk about. Yeah, Chicago rapper KTS Dre. Let me tell you something. I'm from Chicago and I don't know these people. I don't know these people. That ain't my forte. That ain't in my area, whatever. So I don't know these people. Like Lil Durk, G Herbo, all these people, bitch. I didn't know them until they got on social media and they blew up in the blogs. Polo G, I didn't know he was from Chicago either until my stylist was talking about, you know, the little issues that they had with each other. I said, wait a minute, bitch, you know everybody. He know everybody, goddamn it. I was like, oh, okay, you that nigga, huh? All right, I can see it. But yeah, unfortunately, let me tell you something, Chicago is crazy. I be trying to be like, you know, it's not always a bad place out here in Chicago. We got bad in every country, every city, every state or whatever. But, you know, they want to use Chicago as an example when they talk about the worst this and the worst that and the gang violence and stuff like that. And unfortunately, we give it to them. We give it to them. Case in point, this whole situation with this rapper who came out of jail after he was in jail, let me say, he was out on bail for charges related to an April 2020 arrest for being a felon in possession of a weapon and resisting arrest. He had to post $5,000 of a $50,000 bail. Okay. He didn't have the money, so he was in jail for a whole year up until he could post that bail. I said, you know, you a rapping, like, see, just because a person say they a rapper, they this or whatever, that don't mean that they making the money from it yet, okay? And obviously, he either didn't have the money or he ain't had people in his corner that'll stand up and put the money up for him. And so this motherfucker was sitting up in jail for a whole goddamn year. And truth be told, on hindsight and looking back at the shit, he was better off up in goddamn jail. Because as soon as he came out that motherfucker trying to get into the goddamn car, niggas pulled up and put 64 bullets in his ass. Okay? Headshots, chest shot, everything. 64 bullet wounds. Killed him. Not even off the jail facility yet. Only breath, the fresh air he breathed in was probably like a minute. Probably 30 seconds. As soon as he stepped his foot down, probably walked down the steps, pop, 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 pop. I said, niggas is bold as shit, and that's fucked up. That is fucked up. I said, that is crazy. We are crazy out here. And I know y'all seen that shit about King Von. Girl, crazy. I don't even want to get into that because that ain't none of my business. I don't want nobody coming after me. But it is what it is. We gotta stop. And then you know what? Speaking of more Chicago stuff, because you know I did mention G Herbo, you know, and him and his boo was going through some shit or whatever. She was mad at him, so she blocked him on social media, and of course social media blew up. It was like, oh my god, they broken up. And I was like, y'all get so fascinated with some of these little couples. I just don't see it. But you know, they're a cute little couple. I really hope he don't go to jail, especially the fact that, you know, he just had a baby. But if he has to, he has to, because, you know, the Fed's looking into him too for some, you know, shady shit with some money and fraudulent stuff. But you know, they cool or whatever. You know, you get mad at your spouse or your boo and you block them. I've had that done to me multiple times, and they'll unblock me right afterwards. You know, girl, I don't know what the fuck I be doing. Okay, like, I just be out here chilling, and then when I get some, like, these motherfuckers get crazy. They get crazy, okay? Like, they just really be doing a lot, you know. And I'm attracted to crazy, so that's probably why. That's probably why. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you blocking me, and why you acting the way that you acting? Like, come on, you want me like? I was looking at the little forum and stuff. The girl that tweeted, "What is the stuff that the moment that you realized that he hated you in a relationship?" That little trend that's going on, trending topic that's going on social media, and one of them posted that when she started crying, and he said, "Well, call me back when you finish, or let me know when you finish crying, and I'll come back, or whatever, some shit like that." Baby, I told y'all I'm a little toxic, okay? And I felt so bad when I seen that because I am guilty of doing that. Like, when you get on my nerves so bad and we in a fight and I know that it's not my fault and you doing that shit just to fucking, make me feel bad for you or whatever, them tears don't work on me. So once you finish, then I come back and talk to you. And I literally have said those words. When you finish crying and you get that out your system, then come talk to me, okay? I said that. I said that. But not in a situation where you need to be confident or whatever. But when we in a fight and I know that you know and you're using it as a weapon, bitch, talk to me when you finish, because it ain't gonna fucking work on me. Girl, I know. Toxic. I'm working on me. I'm working on me. Okay? I'm working on me. But no, Ari, his baby mama. Girl, is my camera fucking up? Bitch, fuck it. I just brought a new phone, okay? So we'll see how that shit work. And I got a my iPad too. So we'll figure this shit out. But Ari Fletcher, first of all, I'm gonna be 100% honest. The way that y'all go up for these rappers, baby mamas and stuff like that, I don't understand it. They are famous just because they are rappers' baby mothers, not girlfriends, not wife, but baby mamas. No other connection than that. And they got a big butt and probably a nice body, somewhat of a nice face. And they do club appearances and they go up like these. They got stands. I don't understand it. Ari got fucking stands. Okay, I don't understand it. And she's girl. Anyway, y'all, I just don't get it. But I will say this: I'm completely on her side in this because her little drama, and y'all know I really don't report on her, but it made me mad because I don't like when people get taken advantage of, no matter who they are and what they can afford or whatever. She was out here supposed to be getting some clothing or whatever from this fashion designer named Benji or some shit like that. Now, is this the one that had some connection to Nicki Minaj and Nicki Minaj had to let him go or some shit like that? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I remember seeing him in the blogs and he was trying to get close to Nicki or something like that. I don't know, something happened. Maybe that's somebody else, but either way, Ari paid for some clothes to be delivered for her birthday or some shit event that she was gonna had to do, and she didn't get it when she was supposed to. And then when she got one part of it, the shit looks ugly as hell. That fucking jumpsuit that he had, and she was just all pissed off, and he basically took her money. Okay, and wasn't answering her calls or nothing like that. And so because I tried to handle it in a private setting and you keep on fucking ignoring me, let me take it to social media to embarrass your ass. And if you're dealing with a client that has so many people that follow her, women that could be potential clients and stuff like that, you should do your work together. Make sure your shit is together, okay? Because all it takes is one fucking negative review for somebody like that, unfortunately, to make your business go down and have a negative. People don't want to work with you because of the way that you are, the way that you have portrayed yourself, the way that you do business. You don't get back to people in time. You put out fucked up work, and you're basically looking like you're running off with the money. And so she had to call his ass out. And it was like a few days later, he put up a post with a dress that Ari had on or whatever, trying to say, thank you for this, and she looks good or whatever. This is a dress that I curated and all this stuff. And Ari had to comment underneath the post, bitch, take my shit down because you didn't have nothing to do with this shit. Okay, you still owe me money and all this stuff. And she was like, when I come back from Dubai, you gonna get this fade. Okay, I'm gonna get that ass. Truth be told, don't make threats over the goddamn internet, okay? Because that could be used against you. But at the same time, Ari, get your nigga to fuck that nigga up, okay? I'm just saying. Let that nigga, if that was to happen, I wouldn't even be mad at it, because what you don't do is play with people money just because you think you can and they got a whole bunch of it and they don't care. Money is fucking money, and you should be caring more so about your reputation than about the fact that who this is, okay? Because like I said, you're fucking up your own reputation at this point. You're giving off that you're untrustworthy, and your material and your product is not quality at this point. Okay, you're giving bad customer service. All right, so I just wanted to put that out there. It was on my mind for some reason. But some better news though. Congratulations is in order to my girl MJ Rodriguez, aka Michaela J, aka Blanca from Pose, Mother Blanca Evangelista. Bitch, I am so happy for her. She is the first trans woman to be nominated as Best Lead Actress in a drama series, okay, for Pose. And I am so happy for her. I am so happy. It was like, this is one of those situations where I'm just happy that she was nominated. Whether she win or lose, I'm just happy that she was nominated, because I've always said it is a shame that some of these pictures, some of these shows get overlooked so much. When Pose came out, there was at least a couple of actors and actresses in that show that should have been nominated for an Emmy, that should have been nominated for all of these awards. But the only one that they kept on giving it to was Billy Porter. Understandable, but what about the trans women? What about the women that were on the show? Okay, they were doing their things. And, I was here for this nomination. And then Stephen Canals, he got nominated for Best Director, Writer. He got 2 nominations for the show Pose. Ryan Murphy, I love that. Michaela Cole, okay, I May Destroy You. I think last year the show was shut out. She didn't get no nomination for it. Okay, Mama got a nomination for it this time. And I was like, yes. Because if you have not seen I May Destroy You, I think it came on HBO. It's buckle up, okay? Buckle up. It's triggering. It is so good. It is so deep. And it's one of those shows that, I know people was asking me, did you review it? Did you review it? I couldn't review that. It was one of those shows that I literally had to sit there and just take it in, because it was a lot, but it was so good. It was so good. I just love the fact that we got black people that are finally getting recognized, like, for the work that they're doing. Legendary got nominated, HBO Max Legendary, the Voguing show. I love that. A lot of people are out here getting nominated. Cynthia Erivo got nominated for the Aretha Franklin Genius show that she did for National Geographic Channel. It was just, oh my God, I can't even put into words, like, remember everybody that got nominated, but it was so many more black people that got nominated, and I'm rooting for them. I don't give a fuck. I'm rooting for them, okay? Because we out here doing it. And speaking of shows and stuff, Lovecraft Country got 18 Emmy nominations. 18 Emmy nominations, and they fucking canceled the goddamn show. And people like, well, that's how the book ended, so where could they go? Misha Green, who is the creator of Lovecraft Country, she had put out an outline as to what season 2 was going to do. So basically, there was going to be a season 2. It was meant to be a season 2. She had already worked that out, and HBO basically said, no, we're not about to go there, okay? And I don't know if it's because of what the subject matter of season 2 was going to be about or what, but they said no. And then earlier, I think yesterday, she put out something that basically showed that she had plans for season 2, season 3, and then some, So she was not done with the show. And like I said, it was just very much like Little Liars, Big Little Liars. Big Little Liars, that first season was the whole book, okay? And so they went on ahead and made some more to it to give it a second season because it was such in high demand. You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, that's what I felt like Misha was about to do. But Misha has inked overall deal with Apple TV. So Mama is about to put some goddamn shit over there. And she kind of implied that it's the possibility that Lovecraft Country can go over there. And baby, I just got a year subscription free with my iPad for Apple TV. Okay, so listen, if you gonna do some shit, let me know. Let me know, cause I'm all the way here for it. 18 nomination. That is so crazy. And then that's like what y'all in Manifest. Y'all done made it so goddamn popular. If y'all motherfuckers was watching that shit when it came on TV, it probably wouldn't have got canceled. But hey, it is what it is. Moving on from that, Doctor Professor Dr. Cornel West. Okay, we all know who he is. He's a professor at Harvard. On race matters, he wrote the race matters schedule for delivery. Okay, my package is coming. Good, good, good. But he's a professor, and he left Harvard University in 2002 at one point. But then he returned back at a non-tenured position, and he received less than what he was making previously in 2017. And the whole issue was Harvard was not going to give him tenureship. Okay, and this has been going on for a minute, and I have been seeing this and hearing this story about him trying to get the tenureship, and it just wasn't happening. And then we get the case with what is her name, let me see if I have it, Nicole Hannah Jones. She was at UNCC and down in North Carolina, and she's the one that did the 1619 project. I believe that's what it is, okay? And this is where I feel like a lot of this shit started popping off about, them wanting to put into law that, critical race theory is not being taught, shouldn't be taught in school or whatever, and all this shit because y'all can't handle the fucking truth and all this shit about what racism does and, the history of it and all this shit. And so, um, it was such widely acclaimed. The project that she put out, it was such widely acclaimed, and for whatever reason, the board did not agree to give her tenureship, and it caused a big uproar. Okay, and it was so much uproar that they decided to go ahead and do it, and because it was backlash from the students, it was backlash from the professors, people that worked at the school and everything else and worldwide. And so they finally said, okay, girl, we're going to go ahead and get your tenureship. It was like a here. Okay, since everybody talking about it here, go ahead and get it, bitch. But she said, fuck that, because I see the way that y'all roll and I'm just not here for it. So therefore, I'm about to take my talents over there to Howard University, a HBCU. And I'm very much happy that she did that. And so in the same vein, what's going on with Dr. Cornel West. Girl, my words just slipping today. Um, they're doing basically the same thing. They're shutting him out, and they've been shutting him out for a while. And due to the fucking backlash again, they finally decided to give it to him. But he said, no, I'm going to resign because, y'all are disrespectful as hell. He felt devalued by the university. The public pressure only affirmed his decision to quit and resign from Harvard. He did not respect the fact that when his mother died, they stayed silent. Nobody offered condolences or anything like that. He just, you have to. This is a tricky thing. We try so hard to get places and to get respect, but if you don't feel respected when you get to the certain level that you're trying to go, and you feel like you're not being valued, you have to weigh the option: should you stay or should you go? And sometimes it's better to go for your integrity and for your dignity and take your talents elsewhere, or, make your own business or something like that. And in this case, I feel like he did the right thing because they was fucking with him the whole time. They was fucking with him the whole time, and they knew exactly what it was that they was doing. And, sometimes that's just what has to happen. He's going to be all right. He's going to be all right, but they got to learn. They got to fucking learn. You can't be doing this to people. And it do seems a little, it's black people that's going through this shit. So you can't help but think of the race aspect of it, You don't want everything to be all about race, but, you can't help but think about it. But, Dr. Cornel West, he would be okay. And I think he did the right thing. On to some more updates. So remember when I talked to you about Kyle Massey, or whatever his name is, the ex-Disney star that used to be in Corey in the House and That's So Raven or whatever. So basically, you know, they was going to charge him or whatever for communicating with a minor and having this inappropriate relationship with her and all this stuff, whatever. His mama come out and basically said this is an old case, and it's basically the minor's mother who was doing this or whatever, trying to extort money, and that she was the one that had a relationship with Kyle when he was young and underage and all this stuff, yada yada yada. So in conjunction with that, or I should say in connection with that case, he had a court appearance and arrangement to happen in Seattle, I believe, and he did not show up. So now there is a warrant out for his arrest. Failure to appear in the courtroom. He is facing the felony count, and there is a $100,000 warrant for his arrest at this point. Sad. And then we get into the shit with Drake Bell. Nobody is really talking about this. You know, the guy from Drake and Josh. I never saw the show. I remember when the show was on and he was bigger. And I remember he did have another show out as an adult, and I did used to watch it. I can't remember what it was, but it was actually good, and I was surprised that it got canceled. But it was actually good. I enjoyed it. But baby, when I found out the shit that he was doing, he was grooming. He was fucking grooming a 12-year-old for years. She's now 19, okay? You know, she said, I'm going to read you this. He avoided jail time in a child endangerment case that is against him. This man pleaded guilty on June 23rd to felony attempt of endangering children and a misdemeanor charge of disseminating matter harmful to juveniles. Okay? Basically, he was sentenced to 2 years probation, community service, and he has to register as a sex offender. The victim basically said that he is evil, okay? He was grooming her since the age of 12, sexually abusing her when she was 15. She has now been having panic attacks, nightmares, spending over $7,000 in therapy, you know, and it's just a lot. And we don't hear shit about this case blowing up the way that we hear. And even though I agree with, you know, the fact I still have my opinions about the Bill Cosby stuff and the R. Kelly stuff or whatever, but when it comes to the white people, we don't hear all the cases being blown up the way that they do the black ones, okay? And I don't understand that. Yeah, we got the Jeffrey Epstein, but he's no longer here or whatever. We got the Harvey Weinstein, you know, he barely hanging on by a thread, but them two ain't the only ones that's going on and doing this fuck shit up in Hollywood or whatever. Hollywood is such a weird ass, disgusting place. And when it comes to child stars and stuff like that, if you go back and you see, even, I mean, back in the gap, like in the 20s and all that shit, when film and media and all that shit started coming out, these child stars were getting abused sexually, mentally, physically, all that on set or whatever. So this seems like a case of, I don't know if he went through stuff like that, but we always seeing a lot of these child stars going down the wrong path later on in life, in their adult life, okay? And it is very much disheartening. What this man, because he white, that's what it is. He young and white, okay? And that's what I feel what happened. You know, I don't know what it was, because at first he was going to say that he wasn't guilty, but then he decided to plead guilty to it and only got 2 years probation. I guarantee you, if it was a black actor or whatever, they would have got jail time. They would have got jail time. If it was a black person, period, or a person of color, period, they would have got jail time. You literally groomed and endangered and put harm to this girl for amount of years, 7 fucking years, okay? Or probably less, 5 years or whatever. I don't know when it stopped, but I know it started around when she was 12. You was grooming her. You sexually abused her. You did all this shit to her, and you only get 2 years fucking probation? No fucking jail time? Bitch. See, this is, I just don't like it. I don't like this shit. That's when we should be out here fucking, like, if we gonna get these predators, get them all, okay? I don't care if they black, white, or whatever. Get them all and give them all the same goddamn fucking attention, okay? Put the fire to their goddamn feet. Put them on public display and call their asses out, because this ain't right. That is not fucking right. Moving on from that. Summer Walker girl. Summer, let me tell you something. This what the baby mamas was saying. and you was caping for your baby daddy this whole time. And I guess love is blind. You know, Eve said it best. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. You probably really was in love with that man, and you thought that that man was not gonna do to you the same thing that his baby mamas was saying that he was doing to them about being a deadbeat daddy, and you know, barely seeing the kids, and only, you know, using them for this and using them for that. Okay, you really was caping for him when them baby mamas was coming for him, and now you are in the same exact situation. The baby ain't even 1 year old yet, probably ain't even 6 months yet, and you are in the same exact situation. And I know you probably feel shitty at this point, okay? But it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's a lesson goddamn learned. Like I said, people will show you different faces, okay? And if one person, like, I cannot be with somebody, but the flags was right there. I cannot be with somebody who, not one, but probably more than one baby mama. First of all, they got more than one baby mama, okay? And then all of them are basically saying the same damn thing about you not being in their lives, okay? And you still decided to procreate with this person. You still decided to have unprotected sex with this person and get pregnant by this person, thinking that you would probably be the one to change that. And he would never do no shit like that to you. And now you're in the same damn position. That is fucked up, and I know that probably hurts your ass, because she said that motherfucker is only using that baby for a photo opportunity, and I can believe it. Given what everybody else has been saying and we have been seeing, I believe it. Now, this should just, you know, take this as a lesson learned. Like, Summer is young, okay? And you just can't be speaking on everybody's situation. You can't go out there trying to be siding with everybody, because everybody is not right. You know, it's some truth to the goddamn matter, okay? And I hope she learns from this. Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy. Where's his people? Because Trick Daddy is really going outside. Outside. You first come out saying what you said about a popular pop star, okay? We're not getting into that. That's his opinion. But this is what women go through all the fucking time, and it is sad that women cannot go out and enjoy themselves, walk down the fucking street, and not get catcalled. And let me tell you something. There's a difference. This is how we, you know, back in the day before social media and shit like this, you actually had to go up and talk to somebody to actually want to, you know, engage with them or whatever and get to know them, you know, and stuff like that. That's understandable. And it still goes on today, okay? And when it comes to catcalling, that's different, all right? You keep on, in my opinion, catcalling is like, you keep on badgering somebody and trying to get their attention when they're not giving it to you, okay? Because they don't want to give it to you. And then when these men talk to these women and the women turns down their advances, you get upset and then you endanger them. You attack them because your little fragile masculinity ego then got fucking bruised. Because you don't know how to take no for no, you know? Trick Daddy saw some girls going to a club or whatever eatery or place they was at and paid their way in and got upset that the girl didn't want to spend the night with him or whatever. And she said herself, she didn't ask him to pay for them, okay? And you expected just because you paid for him to get some ass or to get, you know, some time with her? No, it don't work like that. You took it upon yourself to pay for her. You basically did a good deed, okay? Doing the good deeds, you're not supposed to expect anything back, to me, honestly, because if you're doing a good deed, you're doing it out the kindness of your heart. Obviously, you did this shit thinking that this woman owed you something. She owed you time. She owed you this. She didn't ask you to do that. You took it upon yourself, and she is not obligated to give you any type of conversations or whatever. And then if she wanted to thank you or whatever, that's fine. But even if she thank you, that still don't mean that she got to go home with you. That still don't mean that she has to interact with you. She said she wasn't even vibing or talking to you or even looking at your way in the place. But then when you get out, you know, you upset at the fact that you're not going to go home with her or whatever the fuck. And you grabbing on her and all this stuff. And so therefore she tried to punch your ass. Bitch, she tried to protect herself. I'm on the woman's side, okay? Because that is fucked up. Like, and I'm not surprised that this happened with Trick. Like, come on. Like, we got to do fucking better. Somebody get that motherfucking and reel his ass in, because he going out sad. He is going out real sad. The baby, is some controversy with the baby. You know, he came across these two kids, these two boys that were selling some candy, and they tried to sell it to him for $200 or whatever. and they usually sell it for like $2 or something like that. And you know, it was a finesse game, and the baby caught on to it or whatever, and said, you know, had you not said certain things or whatever about, you know, what you was gonna sell it for and how much it was, I would have went on ahead and just gone ahead and gave it to you. But you know, since you out here trying to finesse me, I'm gonna just take the what, $2 a candy, you know. And people was in an uproar. Like, it got people split as to what it is. Like, on the one hand, I get both sides. You a celebrity, you out here hustling, you know how it was in the trenches or whatever, and you know, give these young boys a chance or whatever. Like, you got the money, just go ahead and get them the $200. But at the same time, you can't go around finessing people like that and thinking that you're not going to get caught up, okay? So it is a lesson in a lesson, and it also is a, you know, you're a celebrity, go ahead and give it to him. But once again, he's not obligated to do that just because he's a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? On the one hand, the one thing that I truly did not agree with was the fact that they filmed it and then posted it. It was posted on the internet, because now the boys probably embarrassed. They're embarrassed. They're minors, okay? And I just really wasn't here for that. And I know people are split on it. So y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. Hazel E, the last thing I want to say, Miss Hazel E, nobody been talking about you for a long time, okay? The last time we said anything about you was during your little mommy makeover situation where you got botched up and, you know, almost could have lost your life or whatever because, you know, you had some things go wrong, and that's unfortunate, and people were concerned, okay? So now you want to come out when Cardi B throws a little birthday party for her daughter, Culture's birthday. It's a black princess theme or whatever, Disney theme. And excuse me, you throw shots and basically say that, you know, you're people taking your ideas, okay? They taking this, I'm the first that had a horse and carriage, I'm the first that did this, and I'm the first that had that. Bitch, fuck you, okay? You just want some goddamn attention, and the internet gave it to you, the negative attention, because we called your ass out. You are not the first person that ever did a birthday theme or a party theme that is princess, okay, for their daughters, and you will not be the last, all right? Granted, it probably was some similarities, but baby, it's princess. That's what they do, okay? You look stupid as hell. Nobody owns a theme, okay? Especially something as old as fucking princesses. Get over yourself, bitch. That's all that I need to say. Anyway, y'all, let me go get something to eat because I feel like my energy is waning, okay? I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you didn't, oh the fuck well. No, let me stop. I be playing with y'all so much. Let me stop. But anyway, yeah, I hope y'all have a good week, okay? I will be back on here for Sisters and the encore later on tonight. And yeah, y'all be safe. Y'all be cool. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.